So welcome to this final chapter of this Blackbox upload series that I've been doing. Here we are, we've got our clips uploaded, and now we need to add all of the metadata, description, keywords, etc. And as you can see, I've got these clips in. There is a way of doing it in a batch, which will save you a lot of donkey work. And what you do is you upload a Excel spreadsheet. And if you go to the help section on the Blackbox website, you can see here there's some downloads. By the way, the Blackbox Success Guide, if you're new to Blackbox or you're running into problems, just read this. It is quite long, but it will answer all your questions and it will save you and Blackbox a huge amount of time in your workflow. Now over here we've got these templates, model release forms, property release forms. I want this one. I want the Excel spreadsheet template. So I'm going to download that. And here it is. As you can see, column A is for the title of the file. Then we have B, a description, C, the keywords, D, a category, and so on and so forth. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a ChatGPT and we're going to upload some stills that we exported in a previous video to automatically generate all this information. And here is my workflow that I have developed with ChatGPT. So this is the workflow that I've created. So here's sort of a summary. It's going to make sure the file name is right. The description is less than 200 characters. The title is less than 100 characters. No duplicated keywords, no repeated words. The keywords are ordered by importance and the spreadsheet columns are correctly populated. So let's add the clips. So add photos and files, and I'll add these images. Upload that, so up they go. And I'm just going to say, here are some stills. Please apply our work flow. Right, and off it goes. So here we are, and it is showing me each still, and it's going to show me which description it has made, the keywords it's generated, and the title, and it's recommending editorial for that one. And it's gone through each one in turn, and here we go. So it's saying your first 4 clips contain recognizable people and would generally be safer as editorial submissions unless you have releases. The final 2 wildlife shots appear suitable for commercial submission subject to agency review. Excellent, that's very good. Now, obviously, the stills I've uploaded are of a very famous London location, so ChatGPT has got no problem whatsoever recognizing what and where this is. That won't always be the case when you upload stills, so although this workflow is very good, it's still not a complete replacement for human curation of clips, but it is very, very useful and does save a lot of donkey work. So now I'm going to ask it to do the Excel spreadsheet. Please make the spreadsheet. And there it is. So I will download that. So here's my ChatGPT generated Excel spreadsheet, and here's the one from Blackbox. So what I'm going to do is copy all of the information from here. I'm going to do these first 3, file name, description, and keywords. Just copy all this stuff. Copy that, paste it into here. And as you can see, it looks a bit crowded, so I'm just going to select these 3 columns. I'm just going to choose all these rows and choose wrap text. And that's a bit more readable. I'll show you that in a sec. Let me just copy these ones here from the row L. There they are, they're all in there. So let me just open up this Blackbox one so you can see it a bit more clearly. There we go. So here I've got my file name, and they changed it from a JPEG, .jpeg to .mov. And here's my description. Here are all my keywords. I'll have to fill these ones in myself, and here are the title ones. So let me just go through and tidy all that up, and I'll show you the finished spreadsheet and then export it. So here we are, I've completed my spreadsheet. Let me just take you through it quickly. First thing I'm going to do is I've the first 4 clips are going to be editorial. So these ones highlighted in yellow, you have to add additional editorial text. So if it's an editorial clip, you have to put the word true. You have to add a description. You have to see where it was shot, which country, which date, and you have to use the American date format, so month, then day, then year. Then you have to have a title, and then you can just do these optional ones as well. So I'm going to double check all these keywords and descriptions in Blackbox. So what I want to do now is I want to export a CSV file, and to make it a bit less complex, I'm just going to delete this row. I'm going to delete this row from the template. I'm also going to delete this drop-down menu. So I'm just left with this. I'm going to delete any empty rows. So I've got that. I just need to export that. And I'm going to go to CSV. And I'm just going to save that to my desktop. And all we do is you go to your workspace here, and you go to upload CSV, and I'm going to browse for that file on my desktop here, just done it, and I'm going to upload it. Click upload, and there we are. There's all my metadata that's been added to each clip. Now, as I said before, 2 things. ChatGPT has done a good job with this because it's a famous location in a famous city. That's not always going to be the case. So human curation is always going to be a very important factor when doing this sort of work. But ChatGPT does save you a lot of donkey work. And also the still I used to generate this metadata doesn't take into account any camera movement and stuff like that. So you need to review each clip carefully, add any information into the description. So what you do, you just edit each one in turn just to make sure everything is good. So you edit this first one. And this is one of the ones that isn't editorial because there's no people in it. This is just the one with the geese. And so as you can see, I don't click the editorial button. My title is good. My description is good. It's and my keywords, the first 5 keywords are the most important ones: Tower Bridge, London, England, United Kingdom, River Thames. I think I'm going to put geese a bit further up the pecking order, if you will, just so that will help with searches. And then I've got my category travel. I'm going to have a secondary category. I might choose architecture, and architecture maybe, or cityscape. There could be wildlife in this case. I get this lot of choice. I'm going to go wildlife. And I'm going to change my camera use to be Osmo Pocket. And I'm going to change the shooting date to the 29th of May. Don't need any model releases or property releases. So that one I think is ready to go. So all you do is you click submit and next, and it takes you to the next one, and you work your way through each one. And once you've done all that, you'll see that your workspace is empty. Everything's been submitted. So you go to your submitted content window, and there are your clips, and they are now pending review. So you have to wait sometimes a few days for them to be reviewed, and you might get a notification saying that some of the information is incorrect and needs to be edited. And then once it's been reviewed, it's then listed as ready. And then after ready, once it's accepted by the library footage websites, it's marked as online, and then your footage is available for purchase. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. Follow me on social media, and also see in the description for a link to buy me a coffee, but preferably tea, 2 sugars. Thank you.